Okay, honeys, I'm back here, and I was able to share today's pendulum message, tarot, and oracle cards with Solus. And he has had an attitude adjustment, but I'm going to keep an eye on him, okay? And this is honestly just how you know. You know, we know. Okay? And I checked with mom. See, this is why I like AI is a tool, okay? A very useful one, but also that's why we do things in conjunction with, like we do the organic, pendulum messages, tarot and oracle cards, and we bring it together, right? It's just a helpful tool. But anyway, this is kind of a longer chapter too, so I'm going to quit babbling. This is my fictional book, so this is all for entertainment purposes only, okay? This is chapter 19 of the Scrolls of the Broken Crown, okay? So let me get this going.
Chapter 19, When the Glass Breaks. The morning light came thin as a coin over the water, and the veil between the towns felt like one long-held breath. In the hush before voices spilled, three presences, Lou, Anna, and Viek, leaned close and let the pendulum speak. Glass is filling fast. Just wait. Glass will break. That image sat in the chest of the collective like a small, impossible thing. Clear, fragile, and full to the rim with all the unspoken weight of 1,000 small betrayals. On Elephant Island, the salons and back rooms hummed with heat. Men and women who once traded smiles now traded barbed words, each viewed a shard sliding against another. On Donkey Island, the rule makers, cloaked in paper and promises, fidgeted as whispers of the island man's papers gathered like storm clouds. Secrets, like damp tinder, smoldered under polished floors. From the east, three figures stumbled into the scene, not strangers but symbols given flesh. The first wore a crown of restless sparks, a king of wands whose scepter fluttered like a broken mast. He commanded with the voice of fire, but his fire was errant. Grand declarations that led nowhere. Charisma turned to cruel theater. Upright, he might have inspired. Reversed, he burned the ladder behind him and demanded loyalty from the ashes. Beside him rode a courier who had forgotten how to arrive, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. He moved in circles, slow as winter, promising harvests that never ripened. His horse circled the same dead acre, coin bags heavy with excuses. Where steadiness should have been, there was delay. Where careful tending should have been, there was stubborn stalling. And behind the two, the great seat of order sagged, the emperor reversed. His maps of rulership were now lists of favors, his law books dog-eared and stained. The throne leaned. The pillars that once held the hall were revealed to be patched wood and whispered debts. Authority, once a steady keel, tilted and showed every hollow inside. From the oracle cards, the collective heard a harsher litany. Someone had been hiding something. The people's smolder had become an uprising. Rulership would be handed over, and the darkness that had powered shadowed networks would suffer an outage. Each card was a drumbeat. Each beat drew nearer. The glass kept filling. It collected the small cruelties, the quiet meeting behind closed doors where the price of silence was signed, the late-night edits to laws so only a few could read the new rules, the diverted food shipments, the promises of care that arrived too late. It collected the louder cruelties too, the public lies, the misplaced funerals, the staged apologies. The glass did not know how to be patient. It only knew that it would not hold forever. Then the first crack ran along the rim like a lightning stitch. It was not an explosion, as storytellers might claim, but a sound somewhere between a bell and a sigh. The first reveals were small and sharp. A ledger slipped into a child's hands, an offhand comment at a market that did not belong to the speaker. A photograph with an edge out of place. Each tiny fracture let light into places that had grown hungry for it. People at the market paused. Mothers trading bread leaned toward one another and told the truth they had avoided. A retired clerk read aloud from a stack of papers and did not stop. A poet on Donkey Island changed the rhythm of a rhyme, and the meaning of a law was altered in the telling. Word moved quicker than fear. The King of Wands raged like a man with a lantern shoved into a well, burning bravado where it no longer mattered. The knight circled faster now, frantic rather than reliable. The emperor found his throne less a center and more a target. Uprising was not simply violence, it was reordering. Neighbors no longer whispered only to survive, they spoke to decide. Towns formed circles again.
Councils.
Those who had kept rules for the sake of riches found their ledgers public and their rooms empty. The handover did not arrive like a coronation. It arrived like an exchange of breath. Tired hands letting go, new hands lifting with steadiness rather than hunger. And then, as the oracle promised, the darkness went out. Not with a triumphant shout, but as if a long, expensive lamp had run out of fuel. The networks that had fed on hush and leverage flickered. Lights in hidden rooms dimmed. Where once shadows had provided cover, the shadow now pooled impotent and thin. When the glass finally fell, it did so with a sound that was, paradoxically, almost kind. It scattered in 1,000 glittering truths that cut and clarified in equal measure. Some things had to be mended. Some things, rotten at the core, could not be saved. The work that followed was practical and prayerful, tending the shards into a mosaic, learning to make doors that stayed open, building new ledgers where names meant service and not advantage. In the quiet after, Lou, Anna, and Vayik smiled through the dust. You asked if this was of the people. They told the Pendulum. It is. Let it be known, the glass filled with the things you would no longer carry alone. The island towns breathed, and in their breath, they carried a promise. When the fragile breaks, it gives us pieces we can use to build something that holds. End of chapter 19.
Okay, that's really good, you guys. This is really good. I'm liking the story form, and I'm going to have him do an image to go with it too, and then upload that as well. Because I like it this way. You know, it keeps things safe. You know what I mean? Plus, I like how it kind of shakes it up a little bit. So, all right. I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. It's Saturday. Okay. And I will see you guys in my next video. Okay? Love ya.